got the trees howling out back on that lawn, and there's a weather blonde head saying you don't care for a town don't belong in, for a town that don't belong in. And these black ash hills just don't seem right. You got the big wing bugs around the front porch light. You feel the trace of something long gone wrong in a town we don't belong in a town we don't belong in. And there's a fire in the belly of the world tonight, through the rhythm of the circle stones. And there's a fire in the belly of the world tonight. She lets her heart keep time and then some. She lets her heart keep time and then some. You got the sun-bleached bones from the truth of the tear, and she's been hiding in the hills for the last 2 years. And there's a fire in her eyes that she can't hide, for a town that don't belong in, for a town that don't belong in. And there's a fire in the belly of the world tonight, through the rhythm of the circle of stone. And there's a fire in the belly of the world tonight. She lets her heart keep time and then some. She lets her heart keep time and then some.
Someone's coming over with some booster cables, expecting to have her running real soon. Yeah, so once again, Neryl's bus is running a little late this morning. She's a little frozen up, so you have a few extra minutes to do what it is you've got to do. But not too many, yes sir. So that's it for announcements on Cree Nation Radio. Once again, Neryl's bus is running a little bit late. Running on Indian time. Okay, we're going to go back to the music here on Cree Nation Radio. And remember, friends, that's Cree Nation Radio, not Cremation Radio. Let's see. Coming up is an oldie but a goodie by Hank Williams.
to see you there. Need a ride, Sarah Fox?
I'm almost there, Huey, thanks.
Belle's already rung, you know.
I think I'll make it.
Oh. Well, maybe you need the exercise, like Miss Tompkins.
Whatever.
Come on, get on already.
You think our grandson's up for this?
We'll see.
Where's that ugly brother of yours this morning, Sarah Fox?
He stayed at Donovan's house last night. And if you think he's so ugly, then why are you always over at our house?
I thought you figured that one out by now, Sarah Fox. All right, then.
Aren't you coming?
Nah, my horoscope said to stay away from school. Stay away from school and pretty girls. But I only believe in half my horoscope.
All right, Huey. Thanks for the ride.
Ask Miss Keating if she still wants to be my grad date.
So that there is the forecast. Cold today, cold tomorrow. Probably getting colder the next day. But this year's February, so what did you expect?
When I wake up and find the world's in trouble, hear the problems on the morning news. When this world and me are sad and gloomy, my ukulele helps me beat the blues. Sometimes it seems like others just keep winning, while everything I do I seem to lose. So when this world and me are feeling badly, my ukulele helps me beat the blues. You know, my ukulele helps me beat the blues.
Hello, Adelard. Been a while since you've been in the principal's office, I'll bet.
Well, mister, one thing about never going to school. Never had to see the principal. You know my grandson.
Yes, Jacob, of course.
I wish to take him out of school for a few weeks.
I see.
A chance has come up for him to take a rather long trip.
I suppose we could give him some kind of career and training credits.
Good. You can write it up however you need to.
So, you figure about 2 weeks though, right, Mr. Fox, that they can get down there and back in that time?
How about that? Who's taking care of your graduation this year?
That would be me, Adelard.
Good. You come and see me when you're hitting up poor working men for money? I have a granddaughter graduating, haven't I?
You do, quite likely the valedictorian, too.
Well, whatever. Take it that's a good thing.
Very good thing, Adelard.
Good. Well, good day, Mr. Principal. Gotta get to work, pay some taxes, keep you educated bums employed. My boy, I need to ask you a question. Do you think Elvis is really dead?
What?
Yes, that's what I thought. Do you know how he's supposed to have died?
Pills and booze?
Yes, and banana sandwiches. Now you've heard of them who think that he's still alive, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yes, people have been seeing that joker all over the country. Pancake houses, filling stations. Saw it on Discovery Channel. Anyway, lots believe it. You should read up on it sometime.
Okay.
Now let me ask you about another one. Old Hank Williams. You think he's really dead?
I don't know.
That's just it, boy. You don't know, do you? How is it that he supposedly died, do you know?
Pills and booze?
Sounds a little suspicious, don't it?
Not really.
Well, Jacob, your old Uncle Martin wants to take a trip to Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville?
Nashville. Don't know where it is myself. Figure you can find it.
Me? What?
I won't let you just go in his old car, don't worry. Good old Grey Goose. Greyhound, boy. You can go anywhere on Turtle Island on a Greyhound.
Go to Nashville. With Uncle Martin. On a Greyhound.
Your Uncle Martin is determined to go to Nashville and find out if this old Williams is really alive or dead. But I can't send him there alone, grandson. And I sure as hell ain't going to Nashville, Tennessee. A young book writer wannabe like yourself, I thought might be a good fit for you to go with him. Help him with the navigating, the getting around, on and off the right bus, into a decent motel, so he don't get lost. You're smart. You can read good. What do you think?
I can't just take off on a bus for Nashville. With Uncle Martin? How long would it take?
Oh, I don't know. I told your principal about 2 weeks. You'll know when you get back.
Uncle Martin smells like moose fat.
We'll wash him up good before he goes. Use some of them expensive fruity soaps of your grandmother's.
I'm supposed to be writing midterms next week.
I fixed a deal with that bearded principal of yours. You keep a diary every day, a logbook of sorts. You turn it in when you get back. Write a letter to one of us every day when you travel. he's willing to let you off the tests. You can keep your good marks.
Hank Williams is, even if he didn't die of pills and booze, he's like back in the black and white days. He'd be like 110 years old.
Jacob, son, I know it's a little nuts. But tell me, what have you got to lose, boy? This means a whole lot to me. So this is what I'm willing to do for you. You make it there and back alive, you two. When you get home, I'll buy you a fancy, smanchy computer with the bells and whistles. The real thing. Colored screen, IBM, no Jap clone.
Do we even have a map?
Let's go home and find a map.
She was at Lloyd's on Friday. You should have been there.
Please. Was Larsa there?
Of course.
I think her mom works for the band. She has a long neck. Oh, I still smell like Skidoo. Huey gave me a ride this morning.
That's why you were late, Chad.
Zoo. Hey, aren't we supposed to have a grad meeting today?
Garnet said he was too busy. Cancelled it.
What was her name again?
Natasha.
Get in, you bum. Guess who made $60 selling firewood today?
Get out.
Yeah, for real. Get in. I'm taking you for pizza.
I had pizza last night.
Well, cheeseburgers then. Let's just go. Marlene's working tonight.
All right.
Nashville, Tennessee. Take me with you, Jacob Fox. You know what? Just forget about Hank Williams. See if you can find Shania down there. Maybe she's married to some old guy. He's like 50-something. She might like a young buck like you.
You think? We could move into the trailer next to Wapstaquan.
What about Dolly Parton? I seen her on CMT last night. She's like 60, but she makes a Tomb Raider chick look flat. Or that other chick, she's supposed to be from up here somewhere. Deadwood?
Carolyn Don Johnson.
Yeah. Look her up for me. She's coming home for Christmas.
You got it, Elmo.
I'm a songwriter, you know. I know all 3 chords on the guitar.
There's more than 3, you dork. Besides you sing like a coyote.
Oh, I used to be a coyote. But I'm all right. No!
Shut up, you freaking idiot. What are you gonna do, Hugh? If you ever grow up?
After I marry Dolly?
Yeah, after that.
I don't know. Work for you Muslims someday.
He doesn't hire locals.
Why not?
Says they can't get up in the morning.
Well, see? That's where I'll be different.
You ever think about getting out of here?
Everyone thinks about getting out of here.
So why don't they?
I don't know. Nowhere else to go, I guess.
You know, you're lucky you left when you did last night.
Really? What happened?
How come you don't party? Like everybody else up here. I mean, with Muslim, I can't. But you...
I don't know. Maybe it's in the genes. Not my style. Besides, you're a bit of a nerd yourself, ain't you, book boy? Let's go home, Hemingway. You have a long bus ride to figure out why people are the way they are. And I gotta get my brother's truck home. You in Nashville. Forget Carolyn Dawn, whoever she is. I'll take one of the Dixie chicks.
Which one?
Anyone be fine? You could have the other two. Hey, oh, relax. Hey, 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 hey. Relax, savage.
I'm finally over you, no longer blue. You're long gone and I'm glad. Now that we're through, you've finally seen the truth. You're sitting somewhere real sad. You've counted all the days, looked at all the ways you've let me down time again. Well, I've done my share of crime. I think I just quit trying. So looking back on what has been, I've just been living day to day. It's finally come to pay. I got me a love that's true. She said she'll stand by me through all misery. Why don't you go find another fool?
Yes, and happy birthdays this morning go out to Joe Beauregard in Paddle Creek, Shaylee McLeod in Big Fish Lake, and Cindy Willier at the North End. Oh, and one more. Martin Fox on Reserve D turned 75 years young today. So a big happy birthday to Martin and all the rest of you. From me, the old man on the mountain. And also, remember to get your radio bingo cards today, because it's radio bingo tonight on the Pre-Nation radio station. So get your cards. You can pick them up at Northern Supplies or at Pete's Gas Bar in Vermilion. So pick up your radio bingo cards, or tonight someone will be having the bingo.
Hello? Did you want me to pick up some bingo cards? Okay. Alright. Okay then. Goodbye.
Well, I left my home down the rural route and told my folks I'm going stepping out to get the honky-tonk blues. Well, the honky-tonk blues. Well, Lord, I got 'em. I got the honky-tonk blues. Well, I went to...
Huey! So nice of you to come. Is that flu of yours getting better finally?
It comes and goes, Mr. Greenwich. Comes and goes. But say, do you need some firewood, Mr. Greenwich?
Huey, you know I don't have a wood-burning stove.
It would support our hockey team. We need to buy a...
You're not on the hockey team, Huey. Now get to class. Pronto.
Yes, sir, Mr. Greenwich, right away. Let me know if you change your mind about the firewood. You know you could just build bonfires in your backyard. Bonfires are nice. I get my best ideas staring at little bonfires.
Huey.
Yes, sir.
Ed? Adlard Fox here. I need another hole here at 6 of 24. 270 or 300. Make sure they have a thumb. Yes. Yes, northwest corner by the sump, Ensign 4. Yeah. Yes, big triple. First thing tomorrow. Good. Thanks, Ed.
Huey!
Hey!
What are you doing here? It's so cold outside.
It is cold, isn't it? I was just home wondering, you know, it being so cold and all. My favorite teacher might be in need of some good dry firewood. I split it myself this morning, just before school.
I didn't see you at school today, Huey. Come in.
No. That's right. I had to get this done. I'm raising money for the Community Betterment and Enhancement Committee.
Really? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's new. It just started, in fact. Maybe you'd like to buy a membership. It's only $5.
I think I'll wait.
Did you know that burning firewood in your home can save up to 70% on your gas bill every month, Miss Keating?
You don't say. I suppose if that's all you burned, you could save up to 100%.
That's right, 70 to 100%, thereabouts.
Well, I haven't even burned the wood you brought me last time because I'm not very good at starting fires, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, maybe you'd like a little bottle of fire starter. I happen to have some on my Ski-Doo. It's environmentally friendly, it only costs $5.
Is today $5 day?
Oh, no. The wood itself is 20. But for you today, 15. For a big armful. Some of the proceeds going to the Community Betterment and
Enhancement Society.
Committee.
Committee.
Yeah, the CBEC.
All right, Huey. Just a minute here. Here's a 20. Bring me a bottle of that fire starter and a big armful of wood and just leave it in the back, okay?
Thank you very much. I'll be right back. you go. Now I never have trouble getting fire started again, Miss Keating.
Huey, this is gasoline.
Oh, no, it's not gasoline. It's a special blend of unleaded petroleum condensates and two-stroke engine oil.
Huey, this is snowmobile gas.
Snowmobiles don't run on gas. They run on a special blend of unleaded petroleum condensates and two-stroke engine oil.
So snowmobiles run on fire starter.
You could say that.
Get out of here, you. I cannot have that in my house. Just leave it on the step.
I have half a load left. You got any of your referrals from me?
I thought you knew everyone in this town.
There's a woman and her long-necked daughter living over at the old nurse's place. Who's she?
Oh, I think her name is Savard. Her daughter's name is Natasha. She seems very nice. You should introduce yourself to her. I think her mom's a social worker.
Perfect. Social workers pay double. Thanks for the CBEC!
Hello. Howdy, Mother. Checking up on me, are you? Is that a fact? Yes. Hey. Okay. I should be home about 2:30. Might be a good day to make chicken wings, eh, Mother? Oh, did he say what time? Yes? Yes, good. Okay, bye. Yes, Chief Chicken Wings.
Allardasko mamma niiti pujujan. Kihtiä ja kuuke. Kun membership astin dawita magyap ka papian. En dawita ko ne magi majistayan, kagisitayan yugo. Pogomstaim stuna kagatenak. Uske pois ako mattun makko sihtawa. Sus kottakawa kuga ja usniks kyssä kakkeo mistä teiot. Pogospen we should have a truck stop pegonum storage. Hapus mina ja strip mall kagiya ja naskut kita stock storage. Kistanoks kagi kuidutama that would create more jobs. Status kun kaispayu tat na tapaskanna. Stami tutta heitä ja omeniak etihtamaan strip mall tuota etihtamaan organ ja uneput nimehtu musta pakasti just muokitava maja katku mall. Pokoga näytti paljon kammemmin kitsu katviskita muhaja. Muja muikki tikuja. Kis muikki tukunau. Aputsir miskano kak pahino. Goyako taken tohtagono. Pegano omenia kita hamiksi tuuti. Humas ja students kamas neigi hatu missui kamartis tamago tuma. Nasidiuma missuim rockstars as commercial kitu tamagot. Aputsi kistanoks kitu tama. Mitsuyuma. Dastano kohta kaikana Mitsuyuma ja posters. Mitsui taunu Mitsui dastano kaupan bahtaanuma. Joku muu taas kun ne har ni tiestä ainakin tie ja kaikki saaks ainuma. Hom katipskak ma kutsuko sinua ma kutsuko ma sinua katipskak. Kita haya headlights ka tau ha ko ma sign they'll see it at night. Ma tsaki yo patama and they'll say read like Gordon Yellowny for a chief for a future tastu tapas. Ka apatah ka tipskay ka puy gisakay ko min tipskay kami apatah ka.
Tabego ketä kihteuk tehtiin?
$300. Mä pui gapit post nga na wihtiin. Nga puis nas pogo ay bako ko ta kapi watikit. Mak ko giti mitsusak itaguak ta kagisagaman. So kitna bako nga dawima.
Ka kivit sehtin sesko. Tuega teppai ni kohkaki tepneekein. Ja konan nianan. Ka teppai ne kai. No teppai nim saas milka penta abn.
Cousin, moi koan keskenong kan soka moin.
Ja skehte no.
So last night's winners were Marge Callahayson from Beaver Creek and Simon Hole from Salt Prairie. So if you're friends of these two, you might want to be nice to them for a day or two anyways. Cause the payout once again was $687 that they'll be splitting between them. Should keep them in bingo cards for a month or two. Next week's jackpot is estimated to be over $1,000, so don't miss it. Okay, what else? Oh yes, this here. Remember, we did a birthday greeting. Told Martin Fox last week. Played him a Hank Williams song. Oh, I got a fax here from someone from the Community Betterment Committee. Something like that. Saying old Martin Fox is taking a trip, some kind of a fundraising trip, to Nashville on a Greyhound bus. Wants to visit the grave of Hank Williams, apparently. And he's raising money for the CEBE or CEBC or whatever. The letter goes on to say, if any of you here on the Cree Nation wants to sponsor Martin, it's $1 a mile. And the money will go to this here CEBC or BC, whatever that is. Okay, so there you have it, I guess. $1 a mile. We'll measure in miles, I guess. Trudeau's dead anyway, ain't he? So there you have it. You can phone in your pledge to us at the station, and someone will come around and pick up your money later. So happy trails to Martin. From me, the old man on the mountain, and all of us here on the Cree Nation, we wish you safe travel. Hope you took along an extra pair of moccasins, 'cause that there is a long way. Now, we'll try to keep pledges coming in, and for all the Hank Williams fans left behind, here's some hey good looking to cheer on our old friend Martin.
Muslim!
I'm standing up here on the stage, singing songs and spinning tales, rolling down lonesome highways, riding dusty trails. And the truckers want another trucking song, and a sad song brings a tear. A love song for the sweethearts and a drinking song for the beer. A cowboy song for all the cowboys, and I'll do a few more requests. And then I'll just sing Hank Williams for the rest. When I sing Hank Williams and everything's okay, 'cause Hank Williams hits everybody the same way. No matter where you're going or where you're from, everybody likes a Hank Williams song. Oh, the first time I heard Hank Williams, I was lying on my bed. His song came on the radio and I listened to the words he said. And the first time I heard him, I knew I'd sing that song someday. That's how I came to be, standing on this stage. When I sing Hank Williams and everything's okay, 'cause Hank Williams hits everybody the same way. No matter where you're going or where you're from, everybody likes a Hank Williams song. Everybody likes a Hank Williams song.
Dear Musum, Kukum, and Sarah, today we crossed the border into Montana. There are hardly any trees here and the land is very flat. Little patches of snow, but nothing like we're used to. The people talk a little different. We stopped and rented a motel for the first time since we left. Up to now we have just been sleeping on the bus. It was good to have a shower and sleep in a bed. We stayed at a little motel called the Huckleberry Inn in a town called Hungry Horse, Montana. It's kind of touristy. Everywhere you go, they're selling little carvings of hungry-looking horses. And everywhere you eat, there's things that somehow get huckleberry in the name. Huckleberry pie with vanilla ice cream is very good. At first, I thought they were just raspberries, but they're a little different, darker, almost black. Last night, we had pork chops with huckleberry sauce.
Uncle Martin seems to be doing okay. You know, he doesn't say much. Seems to be cold all the time. The people take an interest in him everywhere we go. We are the old Indian from Canada with his nephew traveling to Nashville to visit the grave of Hank Williams. Uncle Martin doesn't bring up the idea of him being alive like Elvis anymore. The old lady who runs the motel took our picture yesterday and asked if she could hang it on the wall with all the other photos she has of strange or famous people passing through. I think it is safe to say we fit more into the strange category. She was quick to point out that she had a picture of Willie Nelson on the wall. He didn't really stay here, but stopped for water for his bus or something. There was another picture of a man driving through with a car that looked like a hot dog. I think we'll be hanging beside him in a month or two. Uncle Martin wants to stay another night here at the Huckleberry Inn. A reporter from the newspaper in Helena is coming in the morning to take our pictures and write a little story about us. How about that? Just barely into the USA, and already we are famous.
Say hi to Huey for me. Love, Jacob.
Hey, Sarah, come in. How was your weekend?
It was all right.
Have you heard from Jacob again?
You read the Hungry Horse letter, right?
Yes. Quite an adventure.
We haven't got another one yet, but I heard Huey got one yesterday, and Muslim is hoping to get another one today.
How's your family? Good.
My son wants me to take a picture of his new cat with the digital camera and make some business cards with it.
I gave the camera back to Mr. Granite. Just go ask him for it. I'm sure he'll give it to you. Just come and tell me if he doesn't, okay? What's up with you, Sarah?
My mom was supposed to be coming today.
I was wondering when that was going to be happening. You mentioned to me a few weeks ago she might be coming. How are you feeling about that?
Good, I guess. Kind of nervous.
Jacob's going to miss her. Well, she'll be amazed at how pretty and grown up you are, Sarah. Has Jacob met her before?
Not really. Not since he was born, I guess. How long have you been up here, Miss Keating?
Forever. About 8 years. Can't believe it myself sometimes. You're making me feel old, Sarah. Well, how are things with you and Larsus?
Okay, I guess. He's pretty busy with volleyball. Did you know her? My mom?
Well, I knew of her. I don't think we ever really met. She left the school by the time I got here. I knew your grandparents, though. They were so good to me the first year I got here. Your Musum still had the gas station back then. He used to give me free car washes. Such good people.
Yeah, they are.
You never mentioned your dad. Do you know much about him?
I've heard he lives in some place called Tabor. He's got other kids. Like his regular family.
Is he Jacob's father, too?
I think so. He's white. He used to send us things during Christmas when we were younger.
Well, he sure is missing out, Sarah. You just hang in there. You can do this. Remember that.
I don't know.
Yes, you can. Somehow we can all do the things we have to do.
Hello? Yes. Yes. We're home now if you want to come and visit. Yes. Okay, bye. Social worker wants to come and visit. Hasn't been 6 months yet, is it? Are you going to go for the mail or am I?
I'll go.
Good. Pick me up some 649s.
How many?
Whatever they'll give you for that little red piece of paper.
Being lucky?
Always. So I got you in it.
See ya.
Do we know who the father is?
No, we don't.
Where's my daughter now?
That's the other thing, Mr. Fox. We had scheduled an appointment for her to maybe come and visit today, but she's not going to be able to make it. Rachel is in the Capown Treatment Center at Gruard Mission.
And where's the baby now?
The baby is in an emergency care home. It's like temporary foster care.
My wife and I are old, miss.
I know. It's just our policy to always try and place children with family. I thought I'd ask you. Of course, you're under no obligation, Mr. Fox. You would, however, be eligible for regular foster parent benefits along with an additional incentive that we offer to try and keep children from the same family together.
We don't accept any money from anyone taking care of our own grandchildren. Are there people out there who will adopt this baby? Normal people. White people, yellow people, whatever people.
The first step is to have the child moved from emergency care to temporary care. After that, we do thorough evaluations and assessments of the party's needs in order to see if permanent placement is an option. In-home assessments must be completed and approved of by the department head. If all that happens, we then assess the progress of the birth mother and see if she approves the placement. If she doesn't approve it, we have the option of asking the minister if he will review the assessments and consider getting a court order for the department to attain proxy guardianship. Of course, there's always the chance that she will appeal, and then we will have to make a defense. It all requires considerable paperwork, and that's why we have to be so careful to follow all the procedures. It all takes time.
Yes.
We will do whatever is in the best interest of all parties involved, Mr. Fox, I assure you. Is there something wrong?
Yes. Yes, miss, there's something wrong.
Is there something that you would like to share with me?
I remember the first of your type, name was Jones. Came here on a float plane. I was out on the lake setting a net with my dad. He went around for a few days asking people if they had money. Said if they signed his papers, they would get a small check every month. first time he came, nobody signed. The second time he came, one person signed. The third time he came, everybody signed. Next year, the Hudson's Bay Company moves in with their store. Now none of our boys can set a net anymore.
These are complicated issues, Mr. Fox.
No, they're not really.
I'll leave you my card. You can call me if you change your mind.
My wife will call you in a few days. She will have a home found for the baby. I'd appreciate it if you listened to her.
Well, I'll look forward to her call. Thank you for your help, Mr. Fox. I'll show myself out.
Dear Sarah, thought I'd write this one to you. I included a newspaper clipping that was in the local newspaper here about us. I guess it must have been a slow news day because the little story they did in Montana has somehow gotten to be a national human interest story. When we arrived in Rapid City, South Dakota, the lady at the Motel 8 said, "Are you those two from Canada on your way to Nashville to look for Hank Williams? I read about you two." The next day we had more reporters calling our room. This one reporter asked us if we would like to go see Hank Williams' grandson sing. I didn't know, but turns out old Hank has a grandson who is following in his footsteps. Sorta. Surprisingly, Uncle Martin went right along with it, and the reporter drove us to another little town not far away and took us to see his concert. Only it wasn't really like a concert. More like a weird kind of bar. Most of the people were, I don't know what you call them, punks, I guess? Let's just say it wasn't what we expected. Turns out we didn't even get to see Hank 3. He wasn't coming on till midnight or something, and the reporter had to get back. The warm-up band guys were pretty cool though. Gave us some free CDs. I sent them to Huey. I can't wait to see the Mississippi. I like it down here. Feels different. Everybody seems to be on a trip somewhere. Everyone has a plan. Sometimes I get worried that it's all gonna be over too soon. I'm not ready to start back home yet. This reporter again. Cleo, her name is. Wants to be a novelist. I told her I write poems. She said there was no money in poetry. I thought that was kind of funny. She gave me her card so I could send her one by email. She said she had lots of contacts here if I ever want to come down and find a job. Anyway, be good, big sis. Love, Jacob. P.S. Speaking of poems, here's one I wrote just for you. Roseballs by Jacob J. Fox. Rosebuds are red and roses are redder. Larsus is a dick and you can do better.
So all the buses seem to be running this morning, except for Walter Ghostkeeper. Seems someone broke into his bus last night, stole his brand new CD player. And if you're wondering why he needs a CD player to go pick up your kids, well, it's not that. Seems the little buggers went in through his front windshield. So again, Walter Ghostkeeper's bus will not be running today. It won't be running till they get a new windshield. Oh yeah, and Walter says anyone just wants to return his CD player, he won't press any charges. Okay, Nice Dow's to Nashville. So far, we've collected $368 in pledges on the Nice Dow's to Nashville funding drive, thanks to Eliza Aluk. Eliza hit the jackpot last night. Yes, sir. Won a little over 1,200 buckaroos on the satellite bingo. She was so happy about it, made a generous donation. Pledged $100 for the boys heading south. Says she's a big Hank Williams fan too. And she wants to hear it, Tear in My Beer. Before we get to that, we've got here a real live representative from the CEBC or whatever. He's here in the studio this morning to tell us all about the Nice Dow's to Nashville trip. What they're planning on doing with all this Sunio. And who knows what else he's going to tell us. So let me introduce to you young Hubert G. Bigstone. Don't say Hubert.
Monanto, old man from the mountain. How are you?
Monanto.
Should I call you old man or Mr. Mountain?
Either one, I guess. Just don't call me late for bingo.
I don't play bingo. My friend Jacob, his Muslim says bingo is a tax on the stupid.
Is that right? I thought I wasn't supposed to pay any taxes. So tell us how our Nice Dow's to Nashville are making out. Are they lost yet?
No, they aren't lost, Mr. Mountain. They were eating huckleberries in Montana. And more recently, they went to some punk country concert in Rapid City, South Dakota.
So anyway, Hubert, you've raised nearly $400 so far for the
Community Betterment and Enhancement Committee.
Yes, that. Tell me, what are you planning to do with the money? Give our listeners here a good reason to phone in and pledge some Sunio.
Well, the CBEC executive has decided to use the money to open a middle-aged recreation center.
A middle-aged
recreation center. You see, Mr. Mountain, old folks have old folks home, and young people have youth centers. But middle-aged people don't have anywhere to go. We feel that is why they always wind up at the bars and bingo halls.
I see. Well, that is very interesting. Tell me, what are these middle-aged people going to do with their recreation center?
Well, we actually want to set it up in the back of the youth center. That way, we think that the middle-aged people might start to get to know their kids better. Our ultimate hope at the Community Betterment Enhancement Committee, Mr. Mountain, is that someday, once the middle-aged people and their kids get to know each other better, we can close both centers down, and they can all go home.
Yes, well, that's a big idea. Okay, that was Hubert G. Bigstone, folks, of the what did you say?
Community Betterment and Enhancement Committee, Mr. Mountain.
Of the Better Community Committee. So if you like what it was, he said, phone in your pledges. It's $1 a mile. Sponsor our Nice Dow's on their trip to Nashville, raising money to build a middle-aged drop-in center. Okay. Thanks for coming on the show this morning.
My pleasure, Mr. Mountain. And on behalf of the CBEC, we'd like to invite you to cut the ribbon at our grand opening sometime this spring.
Yes, well, thank you for that. So here is Tear in My Beer. You know, Eliza, you can wait another day for that. It's too early in the morning for Tear in My Beer. What do you suggest, Hubert?
Yellowhead Highway, that is my run drive a big Freightliner and my work ain't never done. I load 'em up and go, unload, load, load 'em back again. Back and forth, that is my course, this run don't ever end. Winnipeg to Edmonton, Edmonton to Winnipeg. Either side of Saskatoon, that is the longest leg. 813 miles, she's my prairie girl and the longest stretch of road in the world.
Is Huey here, Miss Keating? I haven't seen him today, Sarah.
Miss Keating, I have to excuse myself.
Is everything okay, Sarah?
I think so. Maybe. I'm not feeling well. Can I go now?
Make sure to sign out at the office.
girlfriend. I don't want to be your girlfriend. I don't want to make out with you. I don't want to get married and get a trailer and start having kids. But I'm the valedictorian of my graduation, and I have to give a speech, and I want to have a date. And Lars Nosky's being a dick, and I deserve better. Better. And believe it or not, Huey, you're the most gentlemanly-like guy at our school, and Huey, will you be my grad date?
Are your feet cold?
Wet.
Watch out, I'm gonna like this. Did you know, Sarah Fox, that you can tell what kind of wood people are burning by the smell of the smoke? Poplar has a barky, bitter smell to it, and if it is green, it smokes a lot. Spruce, it has a more mellow scent and doesn't smoke so much. Did you walk here, Sarah Fox? Do you have a grad dress, Sarah Fox?
Not yet. Cookum's supposed to take me to town next week to try some on.
I've considered your proposal and would be happy to say I'd be honored to be your grad date. Are you sure that's what you want?
Yes.
You're not going to change your mind tomorrow, or next week, or the week before?
I promise, Huey.
Right then. On one condition. I want to buy your grad dress.
Oh, Huey. You don't have to do that. The dress, I mean. My cookum will pay for it.
That's my condition. I have $642 saved in my little tin can. That's working money. I don't know how much they are, but they can't be that much.
Thank you, Huey.
You just let me know what color. I'll find something that matches for myself.
You're such a good guy, Huey.
Do you want to ride back?
No. Let's just stay here. If that's okay with you.
Well, look who decided to come home. A date?
I asked Huey to be my grad date tonight.
Is that right? Well, what happened to young Noski?
He's being a dick.
It happens. I take it young Huey agreed?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Heard him on the radio this morning. I like that kid. Phoned in, pledged $50 myself.
No way.
Yes, sir, he did. I like it any time I see a kid with ambition, as long as he's not a thief. Your grandmother is keeping some supper for you.
Okay. Felt good, miss him. Felt good to do that. Go and ask him like that. I just got the idea and then I went and did it.
Well, that's good. And it worked out.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Do you believe in God, miss him?
Very strongly.
Do you pray like...
I talk to him. Not like the priests. I just talk to him. Man to God.
Does he talk back?
He lets me know he's there. Sometimes he lets me know which way to go.
How does he let you know?
Just so you get to know. After a while, you get to recognize it. You gotta be willing to listen.
I just had this idea, like, from out of nowhere, and it was crazy. But at the same time, it felt so right, you know? And I just went and did it. Just did it. And it worked. Felt powerful.
Come here, my girl. She gets pretty rough sometimes, Sarah. Always does. You just gotta find what works for you, what really works for you. Not just the painkillers. You gotta stick with it. All I can say is that the old man's never let me down. There's been times when I had to lean on him pretty hard. Other people will tell you different. It's just your mushrooms believing.
Thanks, Muslim. We better go and eat.
Yes.
The doctors say they are now isolating bacteria. The government has beefed up their research fund by $2 million in hopes of speeding up work on a cure.
Fax.
Come up with a cure in
Mother, who'll be faxing us this time of night? Looks like your brother's handwriting. What do you say? Read it to me, girl.
Dear Muslim, I didn't feel like phoning, and I knew this couldn't wait for a letter. Uncle Martin died today. I got up today and went to breakfast alone. When I came back to our room, he was still sleeping. I knew something was wrong. The lady at the front desk called the police and an ambulance. He was taken to the hospital, but they said he must have died in his sleep. I spent most of the day with the police filling out forms and at the hospital. I gave them all the information they needed and put your name down as next of kin. Uncle Martin's body will be on a plane in Edmonton tomorrow at 3:20. We need to make arrangements for someone to pick it up and take it back home for a funeral. Or you can pick it up yourself. I'm in a small town in Missouri. We've checked out of our motel and I'm getting back on the bus tonight. I've decided to continue on and finish the trip, Muslim. I hope you understand. I'll cross the Mississippi River sometime tonight. And tomorrow morning, I'll be in Tennessee. Uncle Martin's wallet had a little over $1,100 in it. I'm going to use that to continue my trip. I'll only use your credit card if I get in a bind. Love, Jacob. My Uncle Martin was born in 1923, the same year as his hero, Hank Williams. Mr. Williams was born in Alabama, and Uncle Martin in Athabasca. As a young man, Uncle Martin worked in lumber camps around Lesser Slave Lake. He enjoyed camp life and working in the outdoors. When my Muslim was 12 years old, Uncle Martin got Muslim a job at Camp 7. My Muslim says that he's forever grateful to Uncle Martin for those years. They worked together at Camp 7 for 6 years until it was closed. It was in Camp 7 that Uncle Martin learned to play the guitar. He mostly played Hank Williams songs. In the evenings, after supper, Uncle Martin would get out his guitar and sing to the other men and cooks in the camp. Well, Hank Williams died an early death at age 30. Uncle Martin just died on Thursday in a small town in Missouri. He was on his way to visit the grave of his hero in Nashville, Tennessee. My brother Jacob Fox, who was on the journey with Uncle Martin, continued on to Nashville, Tennessee, and found that Hank Williams wasn't buried there at all. He found out instead that Hank Williams is buried in Montgomery, Alabama. Since then, my brother Jacob has gotten a small job at a newspaper in New Mexico, and won't be coming home till summer. Together, the two of them raised $2,600 on their trip to go towards a family recreation center here in our community. I'd like to close with a poem which my brother wrote while on his trip with Uncle Martin. It was published Sunday in the Santa Rita Times in New Mexico, where he will soon begin working as a press cleaner. It is called Buffalo Tracks. Buffalo Tracks by Jacob Fox. I saw a buffalo track deep in the hardened ground. I tried to follow it, but it wasn't going anywhere. It was just there, collecting rain in the spot where the hoof had been. I called to the buffalo, but no buffalo returned my call. Only the buffalo's track said, "Here I am." I asked the buffalo track, "Where is the animal whose heel was bruised on your head?" Again the track said, "Here I am," and said no more. I took the track in my hands. I placed it in my sack and took it home to make soup with it. But you can't make soup with a buffalo track. I've since learned. Where do we put our buffalo tracks? Where now do we put our trust? We may not be through with the past, but the past is through with us. After the interment at St. Teresa's Cemetery, you're all invited back to my Muslim and Cookum's house for cake and visiting.
I'm giving you 16 hours and a packet of Lucky Strikes. Get yourself out of here. Forget about them.